I'm Anurag and I'm 34 years old, and my mother has been diagnosed with motor neuron disorder or ALS in July 2018. So me and my wife, who is 35, both of us, we got married in 2016 and we live in Bombay now. And I have a sister who also stays abroad. She with her husband and children. So basically, my mother is with us here in Bombay, and we are her primary caregivers, so to say. But it has been interesting, for lack of a better word, journey so far. With this, it's not been too long. It has only been 8 or 9 months. So from whatever I have seen so far, I can share some of it, because it has been very eye-opening, to say the least, for us. Although it's not like I'm new to a big issue hitting a near and dear one, because my father suffered from cancer as well, and he survived. He got surgery and survived it for 6 years, and probably those 6 years were one of the best of his life, because they were like a great new chapter which he didn't expect would open. So we were ready for him, but what happened to my mother was absolutely new, and she was always the as a lot of our mothers are, she was always the very strong one, taking up all the stress and being a caregiver. And herself, she has been a caregiver herself for, actually, come to think of it, for 7 years, and completely she absorbed all that pressure and stress, because I was studying and my sister was already abroad. In fact, me and my wife were having a chat about this a couple of days back, that we probably did not realize that she was becoming a patient herself in the process of becoming a caregiver, because she's a very introverted person. She's very soft-spoken and to herself. In fact, we are the biggest thing we're struggling with as caregivers in this situation is to get her to accept it and be open about it. And now it has slowly begun, because she's from a generation that is used to a very specific prescription, that you get this, you take this medicine, or so long it'll take to get better, or you won't get better, or blah blah whatever. And now she's stuck with a problem which is the exact opposite of that. There is no predictability, there is no cure, there is no medicine, and she has to face it, because we are facing it around her, and she realizes it. We're working day and night. The first few months, it was just me doing everything for her, and I think that is a big challenge for her, to see her son from the opposite sex take care of her. And and for me it was very eye-opening, because she has given birth to me and she has made me, and now I'm seeing her body go completely out of sorts. So it was very hard to see that, but it gave me strength as well, that we can get past it. And it made her also get used to the situation and accept that they are doing so much. My son, my daughter, my brother, my son-in-law, my daughter-in-law, everyone is trying their best to keep me normal. So she's reached a level of comfort now where she's able to have conversations, talk. And then after 3-4 months, we got caretakers for her, who she's got a good rapport going with them. So we're very grateful for that. She doesn't want to do with as less guilt as possible associated with her children and her daughter-in-law and everyone. So I'm glad we've reached this stage and we are able to work with it and accept it. And even though it's possibly never going to look up for her, we are finding ways to have as much normalcy and has as much normal conversation in her life. Even though she's right now losing her ability to speak, she's speaking really softly, struggling to get words out. But even then, she's part of the jokes and part of the conversation, and we sit and spend time with her. As there is a 2-hour gap between the shifts of the caretakers, and that's the time I value the most, because I do some drills with her and of speeches and everything, and it's it's really opened our eyes as well as to what probably a lot of things we neglected in her all these years, and now we're getting to see that we could have done better with that. support groups again are I think most vital in these kind of situations, and especially in a disease like especially autoimmune diseases and ALS, Parkinson's, where there are basically no concrete solutions being given by the medical fraternity yet, and they're constantly trying. But I think helping each other out and holding each other's hands is the only way to go forward with this. So we discovered that when we joined the WhatsApp group, the All India WhatsApp group, and it was quite amazing how everybody, like a simple question that we would ask, which would help us immensely, but even through a text message which is so lifeless, people would understand because they've all been through it, they've all gone through it at some point, and they would reply with the urgency that we would expect. And it was very overwhelming, frankly, for me to see that everybody was helping, and now we are doing the same from whatever experience that we've got. So support groups and WhatsApp groups, more interaction, more constructive feedback to the doctors and co-patients and co-caregivers is what definitely I would want more of that for our own case, of course. And now I think we have a responsibility to the whole ALS community in India and wherever else to contribute to the knowledge that is there for this disease, because clearly it's not enough to find any kind of solution to it.